Alright, so this lesson is going to be total and lateral surface area of cylinders. So it's going to have both the total and the lateral surface area. A cylinder is made up of three shapes. It's made up of two circles and one rectangle. And the bases of that cylinder are going to be the circles. Okay, so remember that we did for this total surface area of a prism, we did S equals PH plus 2B. We knew that P was the perimeter of the base. Well, when we have the base of a cylinder as a circle, the perimeter or circumference is pi r squared. It's 2 pi r. So that's where that comes from. We still have h is still the height, okay, and then we have 2 times the area of the base. Well, when the base is a circle, it's pi r squared, okay. So h is still the height of the cylinder. This one really is a lot easier than 11.1 and 11.2 when we talk about total and lateral surface area of prisms. And then r is the radius. Okay, because there's no finding. There's no perimeter of the base, area of the base, knowing all of that. None of that do we have when we do total and lateral surface area of cylinders. You're strictly just plugging in r and h, and that's it. Alright? So when you find total surface area, I would write, maybe over to the side, r equals h equals, then you can just plug it in directly into the formula. 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r squared. So radius is 5, and the height is 12 here. Plug those in. This ends up being, when I did this, I did this part, and then I did this part, and add those two together. You don't have to, you can skip this step if you want to. Okay. Now then, so let's look at this. We've got radius, which is 4, and the height, which is 15. So I have 2 pi rh. So I have 2 pi, so 2 times 3.14 times 4 times 15 plus 2 times 3.14 times 4 squared. That's key. Don't forget about that squared part. Okay, a lot of that when we did, volume and that kind of thing. But then you can plug this straight into your calculator, just like you see it, and then it will come up. And I would use 3.14 for pi instead of the pi button, and I get 477.28 centimeters squared. Okay. Now then, example 2 here, the radius is 7 and the height is 13. So here's our equation: 2 times 3.14 times 7 times 13 plus 2 times 3.14 times 7 squared. Don't plug it straight into your calculator, just like you see it, and then get your answer from there. And so you get 879.2 meters squared. So there's your answer here, and here's your answer there. So that's for total. Okay, that's for total surface area of the cylinder. Now we're going to find the lateral surface area. So when you take a water bottle label off, what shape is that? Well, that's going to be a rectangle. Okay, so that is a lateral surface area if we just take it of just that part of the water bottle. So a lot of times we talk about a soup can label because the soup can label takes up the entire height of the cylinder. So, you know, you may have something like that where it just takes up just a little bit, and so you have to decide, you have to sort of decide the height, but most of the time we're talking about a soup label. And so that's just 2 times pi times radius times height. So that's radius, and this is height. Okay. So again, yesterday we talked, or excuse me, not yesterday, when we found the lateral surface area of prisms, 2 pi r, that is the circumference, which is also, you would find that as capital P, the perimeter of the base. So still, just like in volume, the cylinder and the prism are the same, essentially. And then, again, here you see it. Just when you see volume, you have to be able to know what the area of the base is compared to, from a circle to a square rectangle. Here you don't have to. So then when you find lateral surface area, here you're given the diameter, so that's why you had to divide it by 2, and you ended up with 8. And then 5, so 2 times 3.14 times 8 times 5. Again, plugging it straight into your calculator. So this one, like I said, is way easier than the prisms, but you still need to know the prisms part. Alright, so finding the lateral surface area of a cylinder, the radius is 8, and the height is 20, so I have 2 times 3.14 times 8 times 20, and you can plug that straight in to the calculator. So we have 1,004.8 centimeters squared. 1,004.8 centimeters squared. And then on this one, my radius is going to be 10 divided by 2, which is 5, and the height is 23. So again, plug it in, 2 times 3.14 times 5 times 23, and then you can just plug this straight into your calculator just like you see it, and you're going to get 722.2. 722.2 centimeters squared. Alright, so that's it. Again, pretty straightforward. You just have to plug in R and H, and you plug those in. I would use 3.14 for pi, so that's what I would use here every single time. Remember, if you're given the diameter, you have to divide it by 2 to get the radius. But again, like I said, this is a lot more simple than the prisms part. But don't let this part get confuse you with the prisms, and make sure you're still reviewing that and going over that. Alright, that's all I got for you.